Well, thank you again for showing up this evening and sharing your time with us here at Unity of Salem. It is an honor to have each and every one of you here. This evening, we are here to honor those in our community who are peacemakers, and it is my honor to present some awards and give those individuals an opportunity to share with us a little bit more about themselves or their organizations. The first person that I would like to welcome to the stage is Mark Babson. Mark is, thank you, yeah. And Mark, we have this certificate for you. Mark is with Alternatives to Violence Project, which is to empower people to lead nonviolent lives through affirmation, respect for all, community building, cooperation, and trust. I'm going to turn over the mic to you.
Thank you very much. It's really great to be here. There's just a few things I'd like to share about the Alternatives to Violence program. It was started in the 1980s in the prisons in New York. It's a Quaker program. I first did my trainings with Rose and Dick Lewis in the Friends Meeting House in Salem. I'd like to ask everyone who has been a part of AVP in the audience to stand up. Yeah, terrific. Thank you. But for me, AVP is about empowering people. It's about creating a sense of lightheartedness and also about creating community. There are opportunities for anyone who might be interested to do trainings here in the community. The person to contact would probably be Bruce Stock, who's right over here. And his email, I will now reveal, is Bruce, B-R-U-C-E, Bruce R. Stock @gmail.com. And the other thing I like to do, I've got a second left, is to just read the 12 principles, the 12 things that describe transforming power, which is really the center of Alternatives to Violence. I have those here. They are: seek to resolve conflict by reaching for common ground, reach for that something good in others, listen before making judgments, base your position on truth, be ready to revise your position if it is wrong, expect to experience great inward power to act, risk being creative rather than violent, use surprise and humor, learn to trust your inner sense of when to act, be willing to suffer for what is important, be patient and persistent, and build community based on honesty, respect, and caring. So, thanks again, everybody here.
Thank you. Next, I would like to welcome Juanita Estrada from Faces of America, whose mission is to unlock the potential of the people of Oregon, building and sustaining healthy communities through education, opportunities, promoting empowerment of parents, students, and respect for cultural diversity and grassroots.
Well, it's so nice to be here with you. I remember, back in Mexicali when we used to have a big church. It was our home. And then the Lord brought us here to continue the work, and we missed our church. And it's so nice to see, that there are churches here where you gather together and you are as a family. I miss that part. But anyway, when I feel lonely, I will just come to your gatherings. I really love this. And yes, another thing that I just would like to add to what Faces does, and that is that we also have after-school programs, and for adults, there's a lot of Hispanic families that when they move up here, they never went to school, not even elementary. And we are offering classes for elementary and secondary for adults through the Mexican Consulate and the Department of Education in Mexico. And they already have all these educational programs online. And apparently this is what I just heard. Mexico is the #1 exporting education. The way they're doing it, they export all through South America, all United States, and 4 countries in Europe. And this is what we're doing, you know, with the adults here. We also do tutoring for K-12 students. So if we have any volunteers who would like to volunteer, sign up. And a lot of our kids, they need help with reading and writing, and they really need somebody, you know, to sit down with them and read. So just let me know and I'll sign you up, okay? One more little thing that we're doing right now, and we have some of the flyers. I don't know if the video was able to, okay. So in the video, you're gonna see what we're doing now with the expansion of our program with daycare, full-time daycare, and full-time preschool dual language. And we have students from 2.5 years old till 5, and we prepare them to be ready for school. And there's a lot numbers. You're gonna be able to see the numbers right now. There's more than 28,000 0 to 5 children in the Marion County, and it's very few you're gonna see right now. It's only, I think it's like 18% that are being served with preschool or Head Start programs. So I know we're not gonna save the whole world, but we're gonna have capacity for 153 kids. So if anyone would like to learn a little bit more about our preschool program or any other of our programs, just come to me and I'll explain. Thank you so much.
And as Juanita said, we're just going to watch a short video. Thank you, Juanita, for sharing that with us. Our next award of appreciation, I should say, certificate of appreciation, goes to Pete Teller for Hands and Words Are Not for Hurting. For those of you who are not familiar, the Hands and Words Are Not for Hurting project was founded in 1997. A nonprofit organization located in Salem, Oregon, is dedicated to educating children and adults about their moral and legal right to live free of abuse and violence. And if Pete would please come forward. I'd also like to say that the pledge is famous and has reached all 50 states and 13 countries. And I had mentioned when Pete came in that I have a magnet on my own refrigerator at home to remind my children that our hands and words are not for hurting. So Pete, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And before we get started, I just want to recognize and introduce my wife, Sherry, in the back. Thank you, Sherry, for being here with me. And then as an educator, I think it's just appropriate, especially with the theme of tonight, if we just take a moment of silence to remember the families of Roseburg, the victims of the Umpqua Community College situation. So if we could just be silent for a moment and remember and send our thoughts and well wishes to those families in the community. I've actually been on the board of directors now for a good while and have been using it in the schools for quite some time. And that's probably how things have come around to where people know about what I do. But I need to recognize, like Mike Swain, thank you so much for the early support that you gave the Hands and Words Are Not for Hurting project, but the Peace March that took place in 1998, I can't believe it was like that long ago, that was filmed by Channel 6 News, and it's part of a video that we use as an educational resource that just speaks about the heart that Anne has in regard to this work. So how many of you have been involved with the Hands project up to this point? Just raise your hand. Yeah, Peter, I just see all of you folks have been involved. Quite a number of you have been doing this for quite some time on your own. So thank you for that. We currently are still going strong in the Salem-Keizer School District, and we're also, again, have become an international effort, and that's just amazing, given that it started right here in South Salem. South Salem. And so Anne's dedication, it was because of her commitment to be the change that she wanted to be in the world that saw it to where it is today. So thank you very much. We're continuing to use it in the schools. That's my commitment until, I'm not able to do that anymore. And thank you very much for this award this evening.
Thank you, Pete. Next, would Kirk Seifert please come forward?
Kirk's not here.
Oh, but
I am.
Dwan is here. So, Dwan, would you come forward? And Dwan is with the Northwest Hub, which is a nonprofit full-service bicycle shop, which is bike reclamation program and training center. Yes. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about that? And I'm going to give you Kirk's certificate as well.
Kirk Seifert he's the outreach pastor at Evergreen Church. He used to go down to the mission, and he noticed all the bikes down there were in horrible disrepair. He ran into two young men down there, and they had jobs way out by Winco. They were walking back and forth to work every day because the buses didn't run at the time when they worked, or, they didn't run on the weekends. So he said, can we get donated bikes and fix bikes up for people that need them? Well, he ran into me at an N Squared meeting, and I introduced him to some people from Marion County Reentry Initiative, and I wanted to give the bikes away. Kirk said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to have people earn them. We credit people $20 an hour, non-monetarily, for volunteer service. So a $200 bike, you do 10 hours of service. You can do it at the shop, or you can go to Marion Polk Food Share. We partner with them. I've seen that actually turn people's lives around, because here this homeless guy whose society is telling him he's worthless, he's a piece of crap, he has no hope. Suddenly these people are willing to pay me $20 an hour? Maybe I am worth something. Maybe I do have some hope in my life. I can stand up here for 3 hours and tell you about all the people I've seen this program change. Well, we were in the basement at Evergreen Church, and if you were in there with me in the shop, we had to really like each other, because it was crowded. We used the basement in the house next door. We used to show up there, and there'd be 20 or 30 people out working on their bikes in the yard. Well, we finally, through Salem Leadership Foundation and Larry Tukowski and some other people, we got the old Cycle Country shop at Broadway and Market. Now we're there. We open Tuesdays through Saturday, 10 till 6, and we've expanded. But we have to pay rent. We have to pay electricity. So how can you guys help? If you're thinking about buying a bike, if you have a bike that needs repairs, bring it to us. We do that. We've expanded now. One of the issues that we're having is we have over 130 volunteers that have signed up that need bikes. Oh, and by the way, we've put out over 500 bikes since we started. We provided transportation for over 500 people. But we have this long waiting list, and we've got plenty of bikes. But what we need is technicians. These volunteers know how to tear a bike apart, but they don't know how to put one together. So we're in a lot of need of that. If you want to help us, pray for us. Pray that we'll get the funds we need to working with Kirk went out and talked to the Marion County Sheriff and the Marion County Reentry Initiative. I sit on the board that does the planning for that. We've gotten vouchers. If you're in that program and you're doing well and you're getting a bike from us, we can get a $50 voucher to get you a helmet, lights, and lock. What Kirk is trying to do is arrange so we'll have the funds when they send us a client. They will send so much money with him, he won't know about it. It won't ever be put in his hands. He'll still work to earn his bike, just like regular, but we'll be able to pay a technician to get this backlog of bikes and fulfill all these needs that we have. I mean, last I heard, and this was 2 weeks ago, it was 130 on the waiting list. It might be 150 by now. We get so many people that need, there's such a need in Salem. I'm getting the time's off sign, so thanks.
Thank you so much. And did you hear the connections between the community partners working together? That's what Salem's all about. I'd like to welcome Bruce Stock forward from Fellowship of Reconciliation. Is Bruce here? Yes, there you are. Yes. The Fellowship of Reconciliation for USA is working for peace, justice, and nonviolence since 1915. As an interfaith organization, Fellowship of Reconciliation's mission is to organize, train, and grow a diverse movement that welcomes all people of conscience to end structures of violence and war and create peace through the transformative power of nonviolence. Thank you, Bruce. I'll hand both of us to you.
Thank you. Well, the Fellowship of Reconciliation. Oh, okay. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Well, the Fellowship of Reconciliation began in 1914, right before World War I, and it was organized, and the credit goes to a German Lutheran and an English Quaker, and they were trying to stop World War I, but it didn't happen. And so that the Fellowship of Reconciliation was then born. Now, the Fellowship of Reconciliation in the United States began a year later in 1915, and it is the organization here in the United States is the oldest organization that strives for peace, justice, and nonviolence. And here in Oregon, we have the Oregon Fellowship of Reconciliation, which is a chapter of FOR USA. And in Oregon, we have groups that meet in Portland, Salem, Corvallis, and Eugene. And the Oregon Fellowship of Reconciliation is in partnership with a number of statewide groups, Ceasefire Oregon, Oregonians for Alternative to the Death Penalty, Friends of William Stafford. If you're not familiar with him, he was the Poet Laureate of Oregon, taught at Reed College, a conscientious objector and a member of FOR. We're also in partnership with Healthcare for All Oregonians, and for the, I have to look at the cheat sheet here because I forgot what it, we're also, they've changed the name, Interfaith Movement for Immigrant Justice. So here in Salem, well, what do we do? So the past 30 years, we have been meeting at, in town here with a program on peace, justice, and nonviolence, the fourth Sunday at 4 o'clock. Currently, we meet down at the Friends Meeting House. We also have a monthly peace vigil that's first Wednesday of every month. And corner of Liberty and Chemeketa Streets. We call that Polly Hare's Corner. And also, Mark Babson has recently started a nonviolence book group. We're going to be reading our second book right now, and we meet the second Sunday of every month at 2 p.m. So quickly, a couple of the other things that we do. A number of the Salem FOR folks are on the board of Oregon Fellowship of Reconciliation, and a number of Salem FOR folks are also working on the 58th annual CBEC conference in conjunction with Western Washington FOR. And this has been going on now up close, it's going to be 58th year, and there's international, national speakers on peace and justice, workshops, music. It's a fun time. And we also help co-sponsor and participate in other peace and justice events around town. And downstairs, this brochure explains about the Fellowship of Reconciliation. If you agree with the mission statement, you just sign, send it in, and you're a member for life. There are no dues. So, thank you for being here.
Our next certificate goes to Pritam with Oregonians for Peace, which is a nonprofit organization which was founded in September of 2014 to promote peace and harmony in Oregon by fostering inclusiveness, compassion, empathy, nonviolence, justice, respect for beliefs, practices, and rights of others, and sustainability. Pritam.
I feel so humble among these giants of peace here, many of them. And I want to make a confession. Since I'm in a church, I think it's okay to make a confession, even though it's not a Catholic church. This is my spiritual home. In 1980, I started my spiritual journey here under the stewardship of Betty Owers, who was our minister here. And then Georgie came over, and she officiated at the wedding of my niece at our home. And now Barbara is here. So I'm so blessed to be with all these Unitarian people, unity people. Sorry, slip of tongue. I was at a Unitarian church yesterday. Thank you very much for giving me this award. I am not, it's not a very old organization. After working for more than 20 years for promoting peace between India and Pakistan, and within India and within Pakistan, last year a thought struck me, hey, why not peace here? And that idea gave birth to Oregonians for Peace. And Tammy has already said what we do. One other thing that we do is produce a weekly calendar for peace events in Oregon. Oregon Peace Calendar. By email, it is sent to several people and organizations. And another thing, we started last year in a small way, and this year in a big way. We started a project called 34 Days of Peace. That doesn't mean that peace is lasts only 34 days, but it is. We started on the 34 days count starts on September 21, which is the International Day of Peace, and ends on October 24, which is United Nations Days, and there are 34 days from one end to the other end. And this year we have about more than 30 events lined up during this period in collaboration with the support of, with the help of various peacemakers in our community, like Mark Babson, Peter Bergel, and other people, and Kurt McCormick, who have supported us and helped us in putting all this together. And we still have some events going on. There are sheets downstairs. Please come and join us if you want to. Okay? Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. And you are right. It is just an honor to be in the presence of so many great peacemakers in our community. I have a quick announcement on Wednesday, October 21st at Hudson Recital Hall at Willamette University, which is the Mary Stuart Rogers Music Center in there. It will be our 26th annual Salem Peace Lecture featuring Erica Chenoweth, who is the primary author of Why Civil Resistance Works, The Strategic Logic of Nonviolent Conflict. So again, that's on Wednesday, October 21st at 7:30 p.m. at Hudson Recital Hall. And next, I would like to invite Sharon Apple and Paul Wilson to please come forward. For those of you who don't know, both Sharon and Paul have been enabling peace events in our community for several years, and we would just like to take a moment to appreciate them each with a certificate as well. So here's Paul's, and Sharon, here's yours. And if we could just give them both a round of applause, please. Before we do our door prize, I would like to welcome our keynote speaker Michael Swaim, to the stage. For those of you who don't know, Michael is our former mayor of Salem. He's been married to his wife Kelly for 52 years, has 2 sons, Matt and Darren, 2 grandchildren, Campbell and Nolan, his undergrad degree in political science from UCLA, his master's degree in international relations, comparative government, and public administration from UCLA, his Juris Doctoral degree from UCLA. Do you like UCLA? I do. That's wonderful. I'm just, all my degrees are from different universities, so this is good. He practiced laws for 7 years in LA before moving to Salem in 1978, and he has been a volunteer in a number of nonprofit organizations involved in social justice and peace issues and in elective offices within Salem, Oregon. Please join me in welcoming Michael Swaim.
Well, good evening. It's so great to be with people that are starters of things that get them done. Things have kind of been upended for me recently, and perhaps for you as well. Originally, my remarks were to be directed towards celebrating peace partnerships through collaboration among organizations. But given what happened on Thursday in Roseburg, it's a little difficult for me to celebrate. And it's customary, and I'm glad that we did it, to have a moment of silence. I think that's not enough. So this evening I'm asking for a moment of silent resolve to do something. Each and every one of us need to do something. Talk to someone about the need to change the culture of violence that we have so carelessly created and monetized. About the pervasiveness of violence in our video games, in our TV programs, in our movies, and our music. Write letters and opinion pieces to newspapers and other periodicals. Stand up, be heard. Demand substantive and substantial gun control from our political representatives who refer to themselves as our leaders but choose not to lead on that issue. Even strike up random conversations with the people amongst us who appear to have become isolated without any apparent hope. And tell our children to do likewise in the classrooms, to address those people that have oftentimes become the perpetrators of these violent acts. Now that's admittedly hard to do, but it's necessary, I think. A simple "hi, how are you doing?" is a good start. And then really listen to what they have to say if they choose to say anything at all. You know, it's beyond a sad commentary that there have been over 18 such killings in schools here in the United States in the year 2015 alone. It's an indictment of our nation, of our communities, and most assuredly our political system. Pick your theory: gun proliferation, mental illness, racism, intolerance, homophobia, bullying, or any combination of those. Each and every one of them must be confronted in our homes, our schools, and our communities everywhere. We can no longer simply throw up our hands and go on because we rationalize to ourselves, it didn't happen in our community, but it could have. It didn't happen in my family, but it could have. It's not really our fault. Well, to the extent that we don't stand up and be counted, I think the more and more it becomes our individual fault as well. Thomas Hobbes told us that human beings are inherently evil and that civilization is necessary to make us good. Rousseau told us that just the opposite was true. Human beings are inherently good, but it is civilization that turns us into beasts. But does it really matter who's right? Absolutely not. The result is the same. Innocent lives continue to be wantonly snuffed out in an instant. The consequential tragedy is immeasurable. What if a member of one of our own families was the victim? Would we lament the fact that we waited until then to become involved in seeking a solution? It seems to me that violence, which has raised its ugly head again, this time in Roseburg, Oregon, is at the very center of what each of us and each of our organizations are all about. Communication is certainly an important key. Persons of conscience have to speak up and act, whether or not it is sufficient in a particular case, simply because it may be sufficient in a future case. And in the long run, I believe it certainly will be. If we ever expect to have a positive impact on this epidemic of violence, we must speak up, especially within our families. You saw the Faces video there, and you look at those children and how innocent they are and how eager they are to be accepted and to be a part of the fabric of our community. We as parents are the first and primary role models for our children. We need to keep that in mind. And John Locke believed that each child is born with a blank slate for a mind. We saw some of those blank slates being inscribed upon in the programs conducted by Faces. We need to make sure that nonviolence is writ large early on in the minds of our children and the minds of children with whom we come into contact on a regular basis. As we know, that which we have sown, we are certainly reaping now. And that's exactly why organizations such as Hands and Words Are Not for Hurting are so important. Hands attempts to reach parents before they even leave the maternity hospital. Perhaps you know, perhaps you don't know, that oftentimes Hands is there to meet with the new parents and to encourage them to take the pledge, not to hurt themselves or others with their hands or words. And then they go to a lot of the grades in not only this school district, but throughout the state and indeed throughout the United States and overseas, knowing that it is never too late to explain the critical importance of nonviolence in each of our lives. Alternatives to Violence complements the Hands Project by putting principle into practice, especially for those who have been incarcerated for the violent crimes that they've committed. Alternatives teaches strategies and techniques to avoid repetition of violent responses to provocation, whether real or imagined, it doesn't matter. But it does matter when they make the effort to break down the resistance to nonviolent response and to break the conveyor belt of intergenerational violence. We also must be open to new ideas and new strategies, I think, for confronting violence. And you saw or you heard about the Northwest Hub, and I think that's an excellent example of an innovative approach to reach and teach the importance of collaboration. I think Hub is more than a bicycle transportation program. It's a person-to-person communication program about the value of helping others and thereby helping ourselves. Faces is another organization that uses education and communication to unlock individual potential and teach respect for others. But we must always be attentive, as are they, to the content of what is being taught. It is terribly troubling to me, for example, to learn that so many races actually have college degrees. It underscores the need to impact the substantive curriculum of our educational systems and to hold our educators accountable to teach the principles of justice, equality, and respect for everyone, everywhere. Oregonians for Peace is a proactive and collaborative effort to foster inclusiveness, compassion, empathy, nonviolence, justice, and respect for the rights of others. And as Pridham has told us, it is responsible for the 34 Days of Peace, which is currently taking place in an effort to those ends. And no matter how large or small a human rights organization may be, and no matter how similar its goals are to those of organizations, it is a necessary cog in the wheel of justice. The challenges that we face are so great that we need many voices, strategies, and partnerships, as many as we can possibly get. Each organization brings a little different approach to the conversation, which requires a comprehensive, multifaceted effort in order to make any measurable progress. We must actively seek out such partnerships, just as Paul Wilson has done here today, and Sherry as well. Fellowship of Reconciliation is a prime example of partnering with other organizations to reach shared goals. As we've heard, they have been practicing that strategy for over 100 years and understand and appreciate the importance of partnering on complex issues of violence, racism, war, and the like. In conclusion, we cannot simply talk about nonviolence, peace, and justice. We must do something about that. We must act, and we must motivate others to act with us as well. We must be confident, but not complacent, knowing that others like us are moving forward to secure for all persons the bedrock principles of universal justice, respect, and equality for all persons, even though through other organizations with other names. Finally, yes, indeed, we need to take a moment or two from time to time, like today, to celebrate, indeed, our efforts and those of our sisters and brothers in our resolute march to a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you so much. As a child, I was raised in a very violent environment, and I'm here to tell you that peace is possible, that hope is around us each and every day, and that when I grew to be an angry young adult and had dropped out of high school and was on that path that was going to lead me into generational abuse and neglect with my own children, I had people who taught me something different, and I listened. And it starts with something. It starts with each one of us. Mother Teresa said that peace starts with a smile. And so I commit myself every day to smile at the people I look in the eyes so that they know that hope is possible, that peace is among us. And so I just want to bring that to us today in this moment, that each one of you, as you walk out this door and you smile into the world, you are bringing peace. And you are giving hope to the children, or you're giving hope to our community. And I appreciate that so much, because there are more people like me out there that are survivors of violence and abuse, that are the peace that is walking on this planet and will continue to do so and grow that light out in the world. And we need you to help us do that. So thank you. And I have such a great smile. I do, and I love that. And I know when, and I'm not, that just comes from joy. It comes from choosing joy. And I hope that we can teach that out in the world, is that we get a choice. And each day I choose joy. And now it is my great honor to welcome to the stage my friends, Jan Michael Looking Wolf and One Heart, who are going to perform for you this evening. Let's give them a round of applause.
We all dance round the fire and share the beauty of each flame, and singing song for the children of the world. In so many ways we're the same. We are all related, each and every one. of us. When we put our hearts together, there's nothing we can't do. Even live as one. Way ahead. In our Creator's wisdom, we have so much diversity. Look at all the tribes, all the colors of the wheel. I believe that can set us free. Yes, it can, yes, it can. We are all related, each and every one of us. When we put our hearts together, there's nothing we can't do. Even live as one. Way ahead. To the sun and feel that warmth inside your soul. Let's spread our wings across the sky and dare to soar where only eagles fly. Nathan. Whoa. one. Whoa, whoa, we can live as one. Way ahead, way aho, way ahead, way aho, way ahead, way ahead, way ahead, way aho. Just met him. What's your name again? Mark.
Picked up a hitchhiker on the way here.
Sincerely, ladies and gentlemen, this is a treat tonight. Let's hear it for Mark.
Goes to show you that music is definitely a language, you know, of its own.
Dark smoke covered up the sky. In the distance, hear them cry. Brothers laying on the ground, singing the last lullaby. We wave our flags in the air, I'm so damn proud of what we've done. Bodies laying on the ground, they follow the way of the gun. When will we all learn the war is not the answer? No. How will we all see that we can live together in harmony? We don't gotta dance on the sun. Don't gotta dance on the sun. Don't gotta dance on the sun. I'll follow the way of the gun.
us a brighter day. Make this darkness go away. We were lost and never found. Too many brothers in the ground.
When will we all learn that war is not the answer? No. How will we all see that we can live together in harmony?
We don't gotta dance on the sun. We don't gotta dance on the sun. Don't gotta dance on the sun. Or follow the way of the gun.
When will we all learn that war is not the answer? No. How will we all see that we can live together?
We don't gotta dance on the sun. We don't gotta dance on the sun. We don't gotta dance on the sun. Or follow the way.
How about Mark, man, just stepping up here with us, man. None of us knew this guy. I think Nathan met him once before. It's amazing.
Come on, Nathan, carry us in. Here we go. Bring Nathan's guitar up a little bit. Listen to these words now.
We are with our lives, one day at a time. Sometimes it's tough just to survive. We all can learn when someone falls. That's when we really see the stars and sky. Just one more sunrise for me, yeah. Don't worry now, 'cause now I'm free, yeah, yeah. When you try to understand when you see the down and outs and the suffering, give them a hand instead of looking down. Try to lift them up and above all these things now, give each other love. Just one more sunrise for me, yeah. Don't worry now, now I'm free, yeah. You feel free tonight? When you close your eyes, you know I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there, I swear. 'Cause we love you. Sing with us now. Here we go, guys. Just one more sunrise for me. Don't worry now, now I'm free, yeah, yeah. When you close your eyes, you know I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there, I swear. 'Cause I love you. Actually, I do want to play this song, and I want to dedicate this song. We've never done this, but I want to dedicate this song because of tonight, like you said, sir, hard to celebrate, but we need to celebrate because it's through that celebration and through that joy and through that loving each other that we can fix this. That's the only way. Hopefully that wisdom will spread to our leaders and our politicians that make the laws, and hopefully it'll spread to the households that raise the families, and we won't have that, whatever that was. But let's celebrate tonight, and before we get into that mode, I do want to dedicate this song to each and every one of you and to this church that I played in so many times, and to every effort of peace. Just all we can do is love each other, even those that hate us. Remember? All right. I love a lot of people. Okay. Are you sure I'll let you start? Thank you, Mark.
It's hard to take off like 4 different songs at once.
Wait for a round of tea if you're going to do it. It starts on a root of G. 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 That would be your E. You guys are really going to get serious here. I know. I'm thankful to the Creator for being here. Here we go. It is time to celebrate tonight. You can stand up right now if you feel like standing up, if you feel like coming down, or whatever you want to do. Okay, on this one, we're going to hold off on the violin so you can have a seat if you like, because this flute's hard to hear. Let's hear from Mark. He's going to be back. Here we go. I have a whole album of just this kind of stuff. I love this music. flute. It makes my head look a little big, so I usually don't play it. It's an illusion. I have a normal sized head. It's the camera. It's the faulty cameras at CCTV that give that. I was recently published as an author from Red Deer Press. And it's something that I never really set out to do. Where that happened from is my uncle passed away, and he was a great man, and these guys helped me heal from that. This Unity group helped me heal through that and transition through all those things until now I'm very happy where he is, you know. But it was really horrible. It was a drug overdose. And so when that happened, I was really dampened. I had a hard time creating. And then I spent a lot of time just praying and going out and getting out into nature just a little bit and kind of looking around the reservation and thinking about him by myself. And during that time, I remembered all the great stories he told me. And he told me this amazing story of the first Native American flute. So I took it and I wrote it into a short story, and then the publishing company saw it, and they paired me with Canadian author. He's a Metis author. He's very famous. He wrote over 40 books, David Bouchard, and we co-wrote this new book, and it's in there, and the hard copies are out, and they're in countries all around the world, and it's inside. It's dedicated to my uncle. Yeah. So. And it comes with a music CD, and the story is transcribed into Dakota Indian, both on the CD and in the book. So it's an intertribal project. So I have those with me tonight. I have limited copies. I got advanced copies, actually. They just came out. They're on Amazon, what have you. It's called The First Flute. So, am I what? Am I happy now? Yes, I am very happy now. If you knew me then, though, it was a struggle for a long time. Acceptance is sometimes a difficult thing, but this song was a song that I actually sang at my uncle's funeral, was this song, and I had to sing it for my family because it was the song that when Uncle taught me how to play guitar when I was very young. This was a song he would sing to me, and he sang me a lot of Elvis for those two things. So this is a beautiful song. For tonight, I usually split it up with my guys, but I'm just going to sing from my heart tonight and dedicate this to my uncle, and I'll call you in, okay? So tonight, this is to my Uncle Mike. I'm probably going to do the last verse first, and then you'll go, okay? Okay? I'm going to do the last verse first. Okay. Let me make sure you heard me. You go for it. Yeah. I follow him, his greatness. This night we do the third verse first from my uncle.
Uncle, won't you have pity on me? After all, I'm just a man. Brother against brother, hurting each other. Some things I'll never understand. No, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Thanks, guys, for letting me do that.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's hear for Nathan on the guitar. Everybody, give it up for Nathan tonight. Beautiful. Going to the C. Then Nathan, you're up.
Wanna take this badge from me? I can't wear it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. Feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Oh, yeah. Oh, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. 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 Oh, take this gun from me, 'cause I can't shoot him anymore. This long dark cloud keeps hanging around. Feel like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Oh, oh, oh. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
forgot the oohs. Get ready. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Everybody with us now. Hold your hands up. Peace in this room tonight. Peace in our communities, peace in our houses. Peace for the children. Keep going quiet. All right, everybody. Way ah, hey, way ah. more times. That's just too much fun. All right, Salem. Let's do a chant for peace tonight. Here we go. Get ready. That's on my lip. Here we go. We are, hey, we are, hey, we are, we are, we are, hey. We are, hey, we are, hey, we are, we are, we are, hey. Woo! Last one, come on, come on. We are, hey, we are, hey, we are, we are, we are, hey. Everybody sing with us now on that seat, let's go. Come on, everybody, stand up. We are, hey, we are, hey. This will be the last one, go to the chorus, all right? Okay, we're gonna go in the chorus, here we go. Here we go. We got it. Rise up and be free. You can rise up like an eagle above the fire, from the flame. Woo! Give yourself a big round of applause. Now, see, two things that just happened right there. One, we've never played like that before. So George and Nathan are like, "What's in with you tonight, man?"
No, go to the chorus. No.
But go to the chorus. Go.
No,
So
the
I
other
want
chorus.
You know, it's here for Nathan and everybody here for improvising. That makes it the best. So yeah, there was a few things. And two, I was looking for my rattle and couldn't find it. And I thought this was like a pepper shaker, so I'm like, well, I'll just... And it was a rattle. Okay, we're gonna play one more song tonight, and that's gonna be it for you guys. And but I just want to thank you right now for coming tonight. Thank you so much. In my language, we say hayamasi. It's hi, you, and masi like a tree. Hayamasi. Hayamasi, right here. And you know the people of this place right here? Santiam Kalapuya people. And they were taken to the Grand Ronde Reservation in 1856. And my great-great-grandfather, Chief Joseph Sangretta, signed the treaty for those people. He was the chief of the Santiam Kalapuya. So I feel always at home here, you know. And when I moved to Salem, I was so happy to be here. It just felt natural to me. So let me tell this story. This is supposed to be a serious story. And then we're going to play our last song. So this is a story off that CD, Seven Rabbits. And I used to think of all these stories, and they would come to me. And this is a story about these little children, and they were down playing by the river here in Salem, let's say. They were down there playing by the river, and there was a grandmother. Grandma was there, keep an eye on her, and Grandma was in the distance, and she was doing laundry outside the house, and the children were down there by the stream. And there was this little girl, this little beautiful girl, Tammy. She was just a delight, bright blue eyes, big smile. She was down there with all these little kids, about 6 years old. And they were playing by the stream. It was a beautiful summer day. And just then, over the brush came this most beautiful butterfly. It appeared over the brush, and it had purple and green and gold in its wings. And the children all stopped because it was the biggest butterfly they had ever seen. I mean, this butterfly was big. It had like an 18-inch wingspan. It was this giant butterfly. It was a dinosaur butterfly. And it came, and it was supernatural looking, so they all stopped. And the little girl put out her hands, and the butterfly came down and perched itself on Tammy's hands. And there it was, and all the children were in awe. And they stood around this giant butterfly, and they were just quiet. And then after some time, the butterfly lifted up gently back across the stream and disappeared behind the brush. Well, all the children were amazed, but little Tammy was so sad that she couldn't see this butterfly, so she started crying, calling the butterfly back. Grandma heard her. Grandma came down to the stream, and there was Tammy standing there just distraught, tears because she couldn't see the butterfly. She told her grandmother all about this beautiful butterfly. And she said, but now it's gone, and Nana, it won't come back. And the grandma looked down at Tammy and said, now, dear, all you got to do is close your eyes, and that butterfly's with you always. I think you should go ahead and take this. I'll go first, and then you come in when I'm done.
Ever since the days of old, men would search for wealth untold. They dig for silver and for gold, and leave the empty hole. And way down south in the Everglades, where the black water rolls and the sawgrass waves, the eagles fly and the otters play in the land of the Seminoles. Blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are. Blow, blow from the Okeechobee, all the way up to Micanopy, blow across the home of the Seminole, alligator and the Garth. August came and took its toll, and in the name of blood country, made their plans and they drained the land. Now the glades are going dry. Last time I walked in the swamp, I sat upon a cypress stump, listened close and I heard the ghost of Osceola cry. Blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. Calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are. Blow, blow from the Okeechobee, all the way up to Micanopy, blow across the home of the Seminole, the alligator and the Garth. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, hey. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, ho. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, hey. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, ho. Here we go. Blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. Calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are. Blow, blow from the Okeechobee, all the way up to Micanopy, blow across the home of the Seminole, the alligator and the Garth. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, hey. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, ho. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, hey. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, ho. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, hey. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, ho. One more time. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, hey. Way, way, ah, hey, way, ah, ho.
Look at that.